Hi, wherever you are in the world, welcome to Island Up in Fort. My name is Leonard Doheny. Today we are in Middlesex of Jamaica, the parish of Clarendon, and we have with us Mr. Ryan Johnson. We have a lot of history with Mr. Ryan Johnson. We're gonna learn that today. But he ventured into maybe I should say a different field. He's a coach, a known coach in Jamaica, and as I said, the parish and a whole. But he's gonna tell us his journey today. Mr. Johnson, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Dwayne, for coming to really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Tell us about.
Um, Mr. Dwayne, to tell you the honest truth, my life has been not the smoothest, I
Mm-hmm.
should say, but it's one that anybody would look and say, boy, I've had it easy, which is not.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I'm gonna say this to you, which nobody, I don't think most people know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up with a father.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
my
right.
father
Okay.
died when I was 9 months old.
Really?
Yeah, man. But there are things that happen where you wish you had that person in your life, that father figure in your life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
man. That's true. Mhm.
it's something that really drives me.
Yeah.
And with my son now, I
Mhm.
try to ensure that I put everything in place for him
Mhm.
to have that father figure.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. Tell me about your sports though. What school you attend? You're not from Maypen, no? I know you're from in the hills. You're a countryman, no? So you need to tell me that and the school and how you get involved in sport. Were you athletic at school or did you make the football team whatsoever? Primary to high school I'm talking now.
All right. First and foremost, I'm from Clarendon.
Yes man, I know you're a Clarendonian.
Yeah, man. I grew up in Centon, by the way.
You grew up in center?
Yes, man. Grew up in rural Centon.
No, you have to be very careful. I'm a center man, and brother.
I grew up in a place called Cascade.
Cascade?
Yes, man.
Alright, we're gonna talk after. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I grew up in a place called Cascade, and
Right.
I went to Cascade. It was all age at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Cascade all age,
Yeah.
and then I went to Homewood Technical.
Homewood technical?
Hmm.
Yeah, Homewood man?
Yes, man.
Go ahead, there's so many history,
Um,
yes, you know.
I left Homewood. Um, I did a year or two at Homewood,
Right.
and then I went to Central High School.
Central High
Yeah,
School,
man.
right.
At Homewood, I did a matter of fact everything in sports:
Everything I thought, yeah.
football, basketball, cricket,
Yeah?
badminton, everything.
Okay.
So I was rounded. 'Cause I was just trying to find myself.
Yes, yes.
The only thing I didn't try was I wanted to go into the cadet thing, but boy, a little bit too rigorous for me. So
I didn't try cadet at school. I
yes,
went cadet to a training one evening and I saw a sergeant did something to a youngster and I just turned back. So I understand.
yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I still away from cadet.
Yeah.
But I mean, coming to Central, I started playing. I started track and field.
Right.
On top of track and field and cricket at the same time.
Okay.
You know,
So you're all rounder than Mr.
yeah,
Johnson,
man.
man.
I do everything, everything.
No, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, man. I played Headley Cup for Central. I played under 14 for at home when I played under 14, mostly under 14 then. But when I
Yeah.
came to Central, 14 plus going 15, I played Headley Cup for Central.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Participated at boys and girls champs.
Yes, we want to touch on the athletics now because I heard good things about you, re-athletics. So
Mhm.
I believe they say you do something good at champs. I don't know. You have to tell me
All
this
right.
now. Right.
At champs, we it wasn't more of an individual. It was more
Mm-hmm.
of a team effort
Team
because it
effort.
was a four
This is
by
for
one.
Central now.
Yes, man. The
Yeah.
class two 4x1. Which
Last
year
two.
again? I don't remember the year, but
Yeah.
we were one of the favorites
Mm-hmm.
to win.
Okay.
Yeah, we dropped the baton on the third leg.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It was the year with um I think we KCJC and Central. We had that team with I don't know that fellow from JC name,
Mm-hmm.
but and this Cohen youth from KC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was this rivalry between us because at one point we had the fastest team going into champs.
Right. So You're talking now going into the trap meets and so on. People know that this team,
Yes, yes,
Central have a team,
yes,
and we could match the KC and the JC
yes.
and so on.
I'm saying we were favorites
And
going
you were favorite going
going
into champs. Wow.
into the finals.
Into the finals.
Yeah, man, we were actually into the finals.
Yes. So, and
Favorites.
so the baton dropped in the final.
Yep. And that night,
Oh my God.
baton fell at the third leg. But
Uh,
you know, it was an experience.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and injuries and so on took over. So I sort of
Mhm.
stayed away from.
That the injuries now started in the track and field.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, I started at Jamalco. I
Mhm.
was started running for Jamalco, the club, during school. You
Yeah.
know, but the
So you
injuries
started athletics
at Central
at Saint, and then you start to run for at
for
Jamalco
Jamalco
now.
track club.
Track club. Okay.
Yeah,
That.
but the injuries was there, and then I gotta be honest, I let the fame chip in,
Mhm.
and the girls start coming.
Yes, man. The girls and
Yes,
everything,
man,
man.
the girls
Because
start coming,
yeah,
and
the name start to call now.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm gonna say this for all youngsters out there who wants to do sports.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't mix both. You
Okay.
can't mix both.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that will hinder you from achieving a goal.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's a part of my biggest mistake also.
Mhm.
But on and all, I think it was good while
Yeah.
it lasts.
Mhm.
Because the experience was good.
Very good. And you learn from that.
Yeah, man, I learned a lot.
Learn a lot. Make lifetime
I
friends
mean,
anyway.
even now doing my coaching stage,
Yeah.
I'm able to relate this to my athletes.
Right.
You know, to
Okay.
say, boy,
What
look
happened
here.
to you?
I can tell them, so look here, this happened to me. Don't
Mhm.
let it happen to you.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
there's a lesson from it to teach the younger generation.
Yeah. 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 Um. I'm gonna come to a area now where me and you did have rivalry. You must tell the people them that me and you have a rivalry, Me usually coach, and whenever you usually green somewhere now, we have major disagreement. You must tell the people, tell the camera,
I don't think it was
tell the
first degree.
camera.
I think it was all right. I mean, all right. In 2010,
Yeah.
I started. Matter of fact, someone asked me if I could help them with this primary team. I didn't know if it or
Oh,
anything.
Miss Williams?
Yes, man.
No, no, no. We have to give a proper introduction to Miss Nadine Williams.
Yes, man. Miss
Miss
Nadine
Nadine Williams.
Williams,
She's the principal.
vice principal.
Miss Nadine Williams, Vice Principal of Washington Primary. I know you're gonna see this. A lady, a tremendous lady with sport. So we were in South Clarendon,
Yes, yeah, man. South Clarendon,
South Clarendon. If you talk about the Mitchelltown, the Rocky Point, now the Lionel Town, and so on.
Portland Cottage.
Portland Cottage Ali. Ali was the top team. I was doing well. And then this gentleman came along. Yeah, this gentleman, Mr. Williams, Nadine Williams, bring this gentleman to Washington Primary. Tell me about that.
All right. When I came into Washington, it was more of. I think the commission was started the Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and I came there when I got to Washington, it was what, the Monday. I just asked me during the week before, so the commission was starting on the what the John Green competition.
Yeah.
So when I got there, um, we had a little trial thing,
Right.
and putting some players together for Wednesday was
Mm-hmm.
sort of you know, a little difficult, in a little difficult spot for me because I didn't know much about coaching at that point.
Yeah.
So it was about trying to use something that I know,
Yeah.
from my previous years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Went to the match on the Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We bring a team down. Between Monday and Tuesday, put a little team together.
Right.
Went to the match. It was down by Monimus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man.
Yes,
That
man.
big field up by
Yeah,
Monimus.
man.
Yeah, man. So
Lionel Town, the good old days.
yes, man. I think we were playing his
Yeah.
playing his primary, and we had this big youth on the field. I had one of the tallest player within the entire competition.
Mm-hmm.
But my intention now was to let him get the ball,
Yeah.
and trust me, I had a good goalkeeper, you know. one ball over the top, and while that ball play over the top, and me that I run around the field, and I say, run, 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 Yes,
Yeah.
man, but I mean,
Yeah.
not knowing that, boy, your technical era is there, so you need to stay within
Yeah,
the
right,
technical
right. Yeah,
area.
man.
At halftime, I went there and I was talking to the players, and, we end up winning the game 1-0,
Yeah.
and after the game finished, Mr. Green, I didn't know this man.
Oh,
He came over
yeah.
to me and asked me,
Mr. Green.
yes,
And
man.
Mr. Green, you're talking Mr. Green now from Clarendon.
Yes, man.
Also
John
name,
Green.
John Green.
Mhm.
Also name, yeah.
He came over to me and he asked me a couple of questions. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this man, and within myself, I would just want to come ask about my team, man.
Yeah.
Whatever team you want, team players.
Players.
You know what I mean? You're not thinking,
Yeah.
thinking
Getting our
logically,
coaches,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know this man. This
No.
white man come over.
Yeah.
So the humbleness within me, I try to respond nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me how long I've been coaching. I said this is my first
First
job. I
game,
started on
yeah.
Monday. He said, well, your team look pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and how would you like to come and see what's happening? We have a youth program going on around West Park. I didn't know West Park
Yeah.
because I grew up in Center and I don't know
Yeah.
much about
Clarendon,
Clarendon.
Yeah.
So him tell me where West Park is and how I could get there and so on. So I
Mm-hmm.
went home and I sleep on it. The morning, matter of fact, I got up early the Saturday morning, and when I got there, the park was empty.
Mm-hmm.
I sat there and wait on him to see if anybody would come. But Jamaicans and time.
Good time, right? Yeah.
It should have started from 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. No one was there.
Are you still
Yeah, when
waiting?
I still sat and I sit there and I wait, man. And
Yeah.
when the players came in, I mean, it was maybe over 70 odd players.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah, man. I know that.
So during that time,
Young
I was there looking on,
Mhm.
and he put a chair beside me to come and sit beside me.
Yeah.
I mean, but this man I come tell me sit beside me,
Yes,
I
man.
coach
That's
more of a
great,
coach.
Mr. Green. Yeah.
You know?
R.I.P.
I
Yeah.
want to go I want more of a coach man to tell me come sit beside
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But still remain humble. I sat there and training session finished. All right. And he gave me $1,000 after.
Yeah.
So what?
A little thing in
Sweet.
it.
Yeah. I'm pocket, I'm gonna go home. Following Saturday, go back the same thing.
Right.
I start pointing out and
Mm-hmm.
and I sat there and I remain humble, collect my $1,000, I'm gonna go back home.
Mm-hmm.
The following weekend now he said to me, it's time for you to go out there.
You must go coach now.
No man, said time for you to go out on the park.
Oh, go out on
So
the
go
park.
to Mr. Carney
Right.
and because Mr. Carney was in charge.
Yes.
Go to Mr. Carney and tell him that I sent you to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Mr. Carney and Mr. Carney said to Mr. Carney, Mr. Green sent me to you. Mr. Carney was marking out the field with some sauce. So he said, take them sauce here, man, and just run straight and across the field.
Yeah.
So I take the cone now and start drop some cone.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around and look, boss. I tell you, cone up, so cone down, so cone down, so,
Yeah.
So during that time, so Carney called me and said, come here, let me show you something.
Yeah.
And them show me how to lay cone in a straight line.
Yes.
And lay my cones and things. But I can tell you that this right now,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who can lay cone as straight as me
As
right
you?
now.
Yeah.
Yes, man, But I mean, it was good because during that period now I learned and developed my own skills and so on
Yes.
through him
Right.
to the point where it all started now was when the under 15 and under 13 team both qualified for the next round,
Mm-hmm.
the national round, where Mr. Carney now had to go with the under 15
Mm-hmm.
and I had to go with the under 14.
So no, we all right, all that. But we want to. So when you came to Washington primary, you didn't know anything about coaching.
No, I didn't know anything.
You think about football coaching at that
didn't
level?
know nothing about football coaching.
Boy, I don't know if I can say it, but I think I've never beaten you,
Never.
I tried it, I work it
But
out,
you never coming to Washington, I win everything,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking you now. We have some close encounter, but I think Washington have qualified. I think they have qualified Washington for the you remember
Lime.
the Lime
Yes,
Island.
man.
They went up representing Clarendon?
Yeah.
And you learn the coaching and the job from Mr. Green.
So do it. Let me say this to you.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do is I read a lot.
Right.
I read a lot. I try to understand the job and the job, and while there at Washington, I'll go on and say how to coach kids,
Yes.
and I'll look at drills, how to get them to learn how to
Yeah.
do certain things. So I'll go through that. Sometimes I come um, and whatever I have planned, sometimes the parents don't send them to school, because the
Yeah.
background there,
The background, right.
so you will have 4 kids.
Mhm.
You don't know about coaching 4 kids.
Mhm.
So I go and do my like research, Google,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I find some stuff on YouTube and come and if it's one, do some work with that one.
Yes.
So,
You're not gonna say no training this evening.
and I always have standout players. Because
Okay.
if I one come and I'll have maybe 3 of them who always come to training, and those players are always the best ones.
I still want you to remember your point where you said the U14 and the U15, but I can't leave Washington yet. You mentioned standout players. Standout players. Give me some name of the standout players, because I was there and I saw them develop. People who have gone on to high school. I remember this guy. I want to call him. Yeah.
Yes,
What is Clarendon? Ricardo McIntosh went and he captained Clarendon College. He played for
He was the
Clarendon
number 10 for Clarendon College.
and the championship team.
Yeah, man.
I remember Ricardo Marisas. Ricardo Marisas, you said?
No, not Maris. McIntosh?
No, I am talking about. I name is Ricardo McIntosh. He started as a little boy. I can't remember. I remember the first time I saw him at Jamalco. We went to Jamalco with all the schools back in Clarendon, and we were playing a rally.
Yes.
And I saw this youngster from Washington, and I was like amazed on this man with his skill and so on, and he played at all level. No, tell me some of the players who have gone there.
Right, let me say something about him.
Right.
When I got to Washington, he was just coming from grade 1 to grade 2. So I started with him from grade 2.
Right.
And
grade 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it was one of the person who was willing.
Yeah.
And he never missed training. And he was one of the person you have people like Tawan Coleman who went to Clarendon College. Also Tyrese Dice.
Right.
He's now at he was at Watford, not Watford. He went to England and was playing for Southampton, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think
he came through that program.
Yeah, man, he's still at
Southampton. A lot of persons came through that.
Yeah, man, a lot.
Yeah.
You have Michael Martin, who went to Clarendon College also. You have this girl, Therese. Therese?
Yeah, man.
Therese is now. She just graduated from, I think it's Nain University in yeah, man. Okay. So I have quite a few that
yeah, man. I remember there was some skill, but I must let's go to Southern Clarendon now. Talking about now Mitchelton Primary, Rocky Point, coming around. We usually have good competitive matches where people have gone on to high school. The names are so mentioned. I think that league was the most organized.
Yeah, man, that was the league that I used to run there.
That's what I'm saying. That league was the most organized. And then you bring in teams from top Clarendon outside now. Tell me about that.
All right. While there, I think the Lime in-sport commission was out, and nothing was going on.
Yeah.
So I called. Matter of fact, I called you.
Yeah, man.
You were the first person I called and said, "Do any? No, go on,
Yeah.
So what you think? We could do something, no?
Yeah, man. All you ready?
Why? Yes, man. We have to do something, man. I said, all right. And I started. A matter of fact, that was my job. So I started visiting the schools.
Yeah.
I jump in the car and throw a gas in there. I'm going to every school and bring a letter.
Yeah, man.
And schools decided that, yeah, man, they need to get involved, and we started the competition. And trust me, every school within the parish,
every school wanted to play.
To be a part of it.
Remember they had lunch. You had lunch at the church.
And trust me,
every school wanted to
play. Based on this, it was Because we used to ask what for $3,000 from
Yeah,
from
yeah.
these schools,
This school, yeah.
and that was what run the competition.
Competition.
And
Oh yeah, there
yeah,
wasn't
man,
any sponsor.
there wasn't any
Yeah,
sponsor.
yeah.
It was way down. One year we got
Mm-hmm.
$100,000
Mm-hmm.
from CNWJ. I must
Oh,
have to give thanks
yeah,
to
yeah.
CNWJ for during that period,
Yeah, okay,
because
yeah.
I mean they were right across from where we played, and I went
Right,
there and
yeah.
I
That's a
asked.
credit
Yeah, man, they
union.
gave us 100,000, which
Yeah.
could have offset medals and help
Mm-hmm.
with referees. You remember that year?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But it was good. And one of the things that we normally do, we don't use a one trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we lose one trophy, we get a replica each year. So yeah, the school will get a trophy for themselves.
Yeah.
But for rivalry, it was Ali,
Yeah, man.
Watson,
Yeah.
race course.
Yeah. Race course. Yeah.
Yes.
Mitchell Town
And
came with
then
a
Mitchell
team one
Town.
year. I
Yeah, man.
believe they came with as a small school. Mitchell Town
Yeah, man.
came with
Yes, man.
a team.
Yes,
I
man.
believe they ran for 2 years or 3 years. Those
Yeah.
boys.
And they had a goalkeeper, like a shot goalkeeper. Trust me.
Mitchell Town was
Trust
a
me.
team.
Yeah, man.
Every time I play Mitchell, I say, Mitchell Town, you have to gear up for them and so on.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
man.
But that year, and as I said, I must mention Miss Nadine Williams again.
Yeah.
Great,
And I must say
great,
to you,
great team.
though, I think the commission started dwindling from your left. That side, you leave that side, To be honest, yeah,
It's
man.
not going on now?
No.
Seriously?
And then the fact that I left, after I left and started coaching at Jamalco,
Jamalco, yeah.
and then it was sort of tight for me to
Okay.
be
No,
coordinating
man,
and
that competition should have never. It
yeah,
was a good competition for the youths
yeah,
and
yeah.
for producing to the schools, honestly, for the high schools in Clarendon. We're gonna get to that though because I'm gonna ask Mr. Johnson a question later. Why the high schools in Clarendon win so many DACOSTA Cups because he must have got the answer. But you mentioned a team a while ago, National Premier League team now in Jamaica, Jamalco.
Mm-hmm.
You were the coach who qualified Jamalco to the National Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that journey.
All right. In 2016, I coached Salt River FC in the Division 1. Yeah, one of my friends asked me if I could come and help out his team. So when I went to the opening game played at Wembley, that's where Jamalco played. So I went there and we played the defending champion. Because I don't think no team went up the year before, so we had to play the defending champion as a new team going into the competition.
Right, that's Salt River. Salt River, right.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the team, but we played them the first game, the opening game, and we beat them 6-0. And we played a couple more games, and we wanted a point to go through to the next round. And I think it was a holiday, and the following day I couldn't find 10 players.
When they party,
everybody got party, so we didn't go through.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scott, Johan Scott,
yeah,
I saw him and he said, "Boy, good outing and so on." They have a team at Jamaica if I would like to come and assist Jackie Walters.
Okay.
So I went there and we played. We're in the Major League, and we lost the Major League that year to Forpa.
That's in Clarendon.
Yeah, man. That's in Clarendon. And there was, I don't know what happened then.
Yeah.
But Jackie Walters didn't return. And they asked me if I can hold the fort until, until I find a coach.
Okay.
So the following year now, I started early. It was just me alone.
Yeah.
Without an assistant, without no anyway, it was just me
You alone?
Yeah, man. So that year we won the Major League.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, unbeaten.
Right. You remember the year?
It was 2016, I think the Major League the following year came up, but we played that competition later down in the same year.
Right.
So we won the Major League and we went on to the Confed.
Right.
So we won the we won the Confed. I went to the Premier League playoff that year.
Playoff, right. Yeah,
where we lost to Portmore and Reno.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So we lost to Portmore and Reno that year. All right. The following year, which was 2017, I think I get them here wrong, Mr. Doing. I think it was
All right, yeah,
2015.
I know the yeah.
And
Yeah.
2016 now was when we qualified.
Or you 2016, Jamalco qualified for
The Premier
the
League.
National Premier League in
yes.
Jamaica, and you were the coach.
Yeah, man.
Straight out coach
Straight
at
out.
Jamalco. Okay.
So
Okay, I
in
remember.
2016 now,
Mm-hmm.
when because the following 2015 we didn't qualify.
Right.
Because Portmore and Reno went back. Because Portmore dropped
And went up back. Yes.
Both them and Reno went back up.
Up.
All right. So in 2016 now, I got a couple of players in to close a couple of gaps where I saw that we were lacking.
In 2015.
In 2016.
In 2016. Yeah. Okay.
So that year now, we won the Major League, we won the Super League, we won the Premier League playoff.
Yeah.
You know, unbeaten.
Okay.
Went to the Premier League unbeaten.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it was one game we draw.
Yeah.
It was the last game. When we were giving some players some, you know.
Yeah.
So we draw that game going into the Premier League. Being in the Premier League, it was an experience. You know, it was really an experience. It started out really good for me as a coach. I was still the only person there. I didn't have an assistant or anything.
Right.
You know, and for the first six games we won and was leading. We were leading the
You're leading the Premier League?
Man, we were top of the Premier League for the first 6 games.
Yeah.
You know, until
internal problem.
Internal
some
problem.
Things.
Yeah, man.
Other things. I kind of know some other things.
When I hear these things, but
yeah, some other things.
That was when things went on his head.
Yeah.
You know, and we got relegated.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man, we got relegated and went down, and I decided I'm not going back. Change of management, change of everything.
Change of management.
Yeah, man, everything changed. Structure, everything changed. But I decided I was going to just put football aside, you know, because it's so ungrateful.
Yeah,
man. Or I just stick with the youths, you know. But once it reaches that level, you'll find a whole lot of things, you know. But I have some friends who are good friends and family who say, look here, don't give up, go find a school.
Yeah.
You know, get yourself back together and push on. So that year I sent out I saw a few schools advertising in the paper, and I applied for about 8 of them. And honestly, I got shortlisted for all 8. You know, I didn't want to go to any town school, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you know what the things at a town.
Town, right.
So I went to Christiana.
Okay.
And
you're a Christiana?
And I didn't start. I went there, got the job there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I turned it down.
Okay.
Because of various reasons.
Yeah.
You know, I turned it down. I mean, I don't even know if someone forgive me yet.
No, principal.
Yes, man, I don't even know. But
can you get the man job and turn it down?
No, I can't even say this on camera.
No, but yeah, just keep.
But
yeah,
things happen.
Things happen.
You know, and it's not his fault.
Right.
You know, you see, sometimes people around you. You have to be careful of people you have around you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that. In the meantime, I got Belfield.
Right. I know you were at Belfield. Yeah. Tell me about Belfield.
So I know Belfield job.
That's what this time I know.
And in a sense, Belfield was a little closer to me.
Yeah.
You know, so I took the Belfield job. And started at Belfield, we went to the quarterfinals.
Yes, man.
In 2017.
Right. I remember that a match at Manchester where you drew with Dintil. Manchester I remember that.
Which one we beat them?
No, it was Nilal, man. It was a big game.
It was Nilal. We played 9 players.
Yes, with Karim Paris.
Yes, man.
I remember that. I remember that match. I stand at the fence and I was saying to the Dintil, because Dintil came up with a big name.
Yeah, man.
They had a big team.
They were the favorites.
They were the favorite and they drew. And I was saying to the supporters, you drew with Belfield. Tell me about the.
I mean, like I said, I'm always the person who's going to do my research.
Yeah.
You know, I remember 2 days before, because I know that was when they were going to do the preparation going into our game.
Mm-hmm.
Took a trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a two fella that used to play for me at Jamalco. I asked him to come and run the session for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Dentil.
Oh.
Yes, man, and I sat there and I watched the session
Okay.
and take my notes and
Yeah.
you know, and based on what they came with, you know.
Yeah.
So the ball was to get it to Paris, and there was this Rasta.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was the supplier.
Oh.
You know, so call down and tell them exactly what to do while on the phone, while on the game. Say, look here, do this, do that, do that, and get them to do that for me. You know. So when the game started at Manchester High, it was all about the hype on Paris and
yeah, man.
I mean, when they go to Paris, I this up the coach and I mean, I said, but
yeah,
you know, but I mean, we had a plan.
Yeah.
We never wanted. That team was a good team that I had there.
The Belfield team.
It was a good team.
Yeah.
Because I took them from the school. And I carried them go down by we camped down by Kirkvine.
Right.
And nobody could leave the camp.
Yeah.
Nobody leave. You know, and the camaraderie was good. We had we little party moment. We had cookout and you know, so it was a home away from home.
Right.
But anyway, when we played Dintil over by Manchester High, we had someone who was marking Paris.
Yeah.
And then someone who was monitoring the Rasta.
The Rasta, right.
You know? So we keep those two quiet to the point where Paris got frustrated. You know? The biggest problem was that my number 10, my best player, he and one of the Dintil player clash. And the youth hold up on him and then flash off the youth hand. And they first give the youth a straight red.
Yeah.
Yes, man, give the youth a straight red. Youth hold on him and then flash off the youth and you know, lick him or anything, you know. You give a straight red, boom.
Yeah.
And I said, Jaja. You know?
Show off everything.
But I'll tell you this. During the season, the same referee give one of my key defender a straight red.
A straight red again.
And he wasn't the one who committed the act, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but he was the best defender on the park.
Yeah.
But anyway, we played and we Green. When I played Michael Green, he scored a brilliant free kick from about 30, 35 yards out. You know, and we were leading 1-0 up to about 80 minutes, 86 minutes. Referee give me next centre half a red card.
Which game is that now?
The same Dintil game.
Oh, the same Dintil at Chester?
Yeah, man.
It was 1-1?
We were leading 1-0.
Right.
Up to about 80 minutes.
Yes.
Until we get the center half get a red card. No, it wasn't. It wasn't 80 minutes. It was maybe about 70 something minutes.
Right.
It was early.
Right.
We got
Yes, you were leading Dintil.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
we got a red card.
You were leading Dintil.
Them get a penalty.
Surprise. It was a
yeah, man, they get a penalty and the goalkeeper save it. You know, and why I don't know what happened. After we get the red card now, we have to sit behind the ball.
Right.
Because even with the 10 players, because the red card from about the 13th minute of the game.
Right.
So we're playing with 10 players. I was going up and we started. We were leading, didn't you? With the 10 players, you know. But it was a 1-1 draw, you know, and now we have to go and reshuffle to go play Dintil.
Oh, because you lost 2 players. You leave your center up and
center up and the key.
Yeah.
You know, when we went to Dintil, because we're playing flank ball.
Right.
Dintil, when we went to Dintil, the 2 flank soaking up. Water reach over your ankle.
Yeah.
You know, someone go and say to the referee, referee, this can't play, man. Referee walk in the middle and throw the ball in the middle dry.
Mash up your gear.
But the problem was before me leave.
Yeah.
Because I was in Clarendon and the team was coming up, so I said, you know, instead of go down Belfield today.
Yeah.
You know, just tell, because I have 2 people assisting. So I'm telling
them
here,
to come.
Make sure they have a list I will tick off.
Yeah.
So I go to boom, I call and I say X. That's from in the morning. And everybody check out everything and put it ready to go up on the bus, you know.
Yeah.
One man say call and say, yo, wanna bring the pegs?
No.
Me hear my assistant go silent. So I say, yo, what happened to the pegs? And say, coach, you know, so well if you take them. He said, I drive, I look at the steering and hold me down. I said, Jesus Christ. Because I know, because somebody tell me, you know, say, yo, don't leave a pigs when you're going to do
It didn't feel rain.
No, no rain.
Yeah.
I flood them and they flood the two flank.
Oh, they flood the flank. Oh, can they pick up your they
The
pick
man
up
they
your
flood the two flank.
Oh, they know your game plan based on how you play there, so they just
The man they flood the two flank. And they made it dry. Like a drip of water in the dry.
the story of football in Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
These things are
And
made.
we went to Dintiland, boy, and I tell you know, me just try to motivate them.
Yeah.
And I say, look here, it won't be easy here.
Yeah. You don't have no pegs and then they live to
We hold them out. And his brother named Tyrone was the referee. A corner kick. Didn't he get a corner? Whatever, first thing it was the corner.
Yeah, okay.
And him call a corner. Didn't he man kick out the ball and he call a corner against us. And the youth take the corner and come over. And the youth come over, my defender goes and buck the ball. Didn't he kick the ball. I might play a turn and lick him on him buttocks.
Yeah.
Referee call, oh, penalty. I say, Jesus.
Yeah, and then capture.
So my assistant did the man say, but referee,
Yeah.
how can I call that? Yeah. You know, say the man back him all if referee come and give a
Red card. Yeah, man, you must leave, man. At the schoolboy football, you were at Veer last week. So you live from Belfield to Veer?
Yeah, man, Belfield and come Veer.
You live from, so you're home now actually at Veer then?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about the Veer project because, and Veer is recently, you know, like last year, 2022.
Yeah, man, 2022.
And you came through a tough zone with the Garvey Matthew. That's a tough zone, you know. Garvey Matthew was the defending champion. Through with Garvey. Now you went through and then you get Cornwall.
Yeah. All right. When you played, matter of fact, last season, matter of fact, coming right through pre-season, we don't lose a game.
Right.
We don't concede no goal. Our lives. We concede 2 goals to Spot Valley in pre-season. But apart from that, we haven't conceded any goals. We played right through, we beat, it was Mount St. Joseph or so. One team from down Manchester, we beat them maybe about 9.
Yeah.
Or something, somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe Winston Jones.
That was a big score.
That's the team in your zone, Winston Jones. Yeah.
I mean, you know, we know Winston Jones is just,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But when we come back and we played, I think it was Kemsil, and we beat Kemsil.
Because Kemsil drew with Garvey in the opening match. So everybody was kind of looking at Kemsil. Yeah.
You know, come and beat Kemsil at home. And then we played Foga. I think the players sort of let the 2 when they get in them head. We went to Foga with the on a high, and we scored early. About 3 minutes into the game, we scored. And then the players slack off. And trust me, I have to be on the sideline and coach like when I know on the sideline.
Yeah.
And I have to be there making a work. Keep them together. You know, I have to take out some make a early 5 change because we have 5 changes.
Yeah.
Take out 5 man out of the middle and try to freshen up the park. You know?
Yeah.
And we drew that game 1-1. And then we played Garvey. An incident happened. Well, they got a penalty. And some people fight behind the goal and some back a fling on the field for a call of the game. And I know I'm not hear it, but you know, so they award Garvey the 3 points.
Yeah, you lose the point, 3 points.
Yeah.
You're at home?
Yeah, at home. Oh. You know, and we went to Garvey came, Foga come back to us, we beat Foga 5-0. You know. We went to Kemsil, you know, got Kemsil, go beat Kemsil.
Yeah.
You know? We're able to beat Kemsil 3-0 down there, you know. And we have a Garvey, so a televised game and everything. And we played Garvey at home. When we played Garvey, referee gave them 2 penalties. I must say. They got 2 penalties. They beat us 2-0. We still went through the zone at 2nd place.
Right.
I think if we had drawn that game, we would have tapped the zone.
Okay.
Yeah, man, because Kemsil did give it to Garvey in both games and so on. and I think they draw with Foga. But we got Cornwall. We play Cornwall over by Glenmuir. Not out of home ground. I run by Glenmuir. We're neutral to Glenmuir ground.
Right.
You know,
I have never, yeah.
no. So we draw. We beat them 2-1 around here, and we went to Cornwall. I mean, when we went to Cornwall, the game was locked up to about 80 something minutes, nil all. But you know, the referee that side, trust me. Look here,
yeah,
man.
because it was,
Look here,
yeah,
man.
it was, it.
Look
That
here,
match was
man.
a match that was talked about last year in terms of you're leading 2-1 going down there and was up to some 80 minutes.
80
Yeah,
minutes.
and they won 2-0 down there.
80
Yeah. So yeah, that match was a match that. Yeah, that was that was
My keeper down.
yeah.
My keeper down. Referee allow the game to play.
Yeah.
Boom in a minute.
But as I said, things happen in football.
Yeah, man.
And we have to just give and take and and know that things happen.
It went on. We score back, you know.
Oh, you score back down there?
We score back, man.
Yeah.
And the referee give him a penalty.
Oh.
And
I didn't know it was 2-0 down there.
It was 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Referee give him a penalty.
So they won 2-1 down there.
We went to penalty shootout.
Oh, it's shootout.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, based on the score.
Yeah.
Second leg, right.
Yeah, because if all we need was a draw, we would hold the game up to 80 minutes.
Oh, so every 80 minutes, everything goes.
Yeah, and then we went to penalty shootout. You know,
any man game.
Yeah, well, any man game, you know. And my goalkeeper see the ball a fly past, and when the game done, I tell me I go on behind it. And I says, "Coach, come on, say to me. I say to the referee.
Yeah.
Things happen behind it."
Yeah. As I said, things happen. Let me ask you a question now. This question I want to ask you. Clarendon has won the most schoolboy football, rural, DACOSTA Cup I'm talking. I can say that without research. A Clarendon team, a GAV with Clarendon College, Veer, whosoever, Glenmuir is going to the semi-final of the DACOSTA Cup each year. What is happening? What happened in Clarendon? Read that situation. Is the youth program or so on that bring you up?
All right. There are a lot of factors. There are a lot of factors.
Oh, sorry, I must mention Central I too. Central I and Clarendon actually played in the final last year.
My alma mater.
Yeah, or could I let me say?
All right. Big up Sir Douglas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You know, there's one thing about Clarendon. I don't know if a lot of people notice, but Clarendon is possibly one of the parish with the most football fields. If you check Clarendon, every turn you turn, there is a football field. And not just a football field, it's youngsters playing.
Okay.
You know, even if you see a bag and you see them do them thing, it counts for something.
Okay.
You know? And in terms of the youth program, I don't know what is happening now with the youth program.
Right.
But I know back then when John Green took over,
John Green,
he might take it from no matter who you are.
Yes, man.
From the little boy or girl come off the mother's breast.
Yes, man. It's just true.
And you go to John Green, him welcome you.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I mean the development is good. You know, I see a couple of academies around. I think most of them is about some is about making money.
Right.
Some is about true development. You know, which I hope that is the main aim for some of these academies.
Right.
And but I think kind of on a whole the support back then. I don't know. As I don't know about now.
Right.
And
you had a strong youth program back then. But you're saying no coaching too.
Back then, all right. No. I think coaches are having a better understanding.
Coaching education.
Yes, coaching education, and not just through what we're getting from the federation. You know, because for me, I don't think I've gathered much since John Green passed.
Yeah.
From the federation.
Yeah.
Most of what I know is through greedy.
Right.
What I know is through research,
Yeah.
you know, and I follow certain program. I watch how certain team do their thing and so on. But for Clarendon College, I think they have a good program up there.
Yeah.
A youth program coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I must say this: it doesn't matter where you see like a footballer kick, it's that somebody there scouting.
Yeah.
So they'll pick the diamond
Mm-hmm.
out the rough, you know. So
Yeah.
this is what I think one of the main things for Clarendon's development. People, the coaches are the schools
Yeah.
now are going out to find them.
Find them.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Johnson. We are here now sitting in your space in your office, right? When I called you to do the interview, I thought the man was deep in his coaching that I
Yeah.
know. But you are venture out, you are in a different space now. Tell me about your business. Tell the camera. Look at the camera, talk about your business, what you do here and everything.
All right. After I left there, well, it was before I went to there. I started doing some courses.
Right.
Actually, I went to Cuba.
Yeah.
I mean,
You went to Cuba?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I did a little program at Cuba in Cuba
Right.
where um and then I followed by doing a few other things, like a seminar here and so on.
Right.
So I'm doing a little bit of physiotherapy
Yeah.
and massage.
Yeah.
You know, it's mostly sports massage, but I do other type of massage.
Yeah.
But and it's doing well.
Yeah.
It's doing really well.
Really well.
You know,
the community need it. Need it, that
yeah.
you're saying.
I mean, a lot of people will come with back injuries,
Back injuries, yeah.
knee, the arthritis, you know, etc., etc. And I can tell you, everybody that comes to me so far, they are pleased.
Okay.
You know, they are pleased with the results.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a matter of fact, even yesterday, this lady surprisingly bought me up and asked if you know where we can find a place. I said, "You're looking at one."
Yeah.
You know, and she took her daughter here, and to tell her the honest truth, the daughter wasn't able to bend and tie her lace. And when she left here, she was able to tie her lace.
Oh.
You know, this morning she called me and asked me, what I did.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I'm
So,
just
so
here.
what's the name of the business? Tell me the name.
It's Razzmagicare. Razzmagicare.
Razzmagicare, and where can we find it? Tell us the
It's
actual
on
location.
7A
Yes.
Fernley Avenue, Maypen.
Right. And you
right across from the old Cable and Wireless office.
Right.
Yes, it's a blue building right across from there.
And you say you do massage, you do physiotherapy work and
Yes.
so on. Right here.
Right here.
And so on. Tell us some more about the business, man, and so others
All
can
right.
come.
I started out just doing house calls,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and a few people call and they were interested in the business, getting some help,
Right.
you know, until you know, so a lot of people don't want it in their space, you know. So I mean, what I try to do is to create my own space,
Yeah.
you know. So who can come to this space, or who want to come, I'll visit.
You go there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I have clients. I have quite a few clients in Manchester, Kingston. Trust me.
What is that?
Yeah, man. Travel, man.
Yeah.
Travel.
That's good.
You know, but it's good. It's really doing well.
Yeah.
You know, I know you haven't taken a look at the
No,
around there yet.
that we are actually going to do that, because what I want to do, I want to if you don't mind, just put it on the camera. If you don't mind,
Yeah, man, no problem.
no
No
problem.
problem.
So others can actually see.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
But it's good. Where we at now, we have a doctor's office here, we have a psychologist, and we have a lab. So
Oh,
everybody is here.
everybody
And then
is
you
here.
have a physiotherapist here.
Okay. Again, this is Island Up in Fort. I just have a wonderful conversation with Mr. Ryan Johnson here in Clarendon, Jamaica. I tell you, it was a very good interview. This is the person who I've known, you know. As I said, we have our rivalry, we have our differences, right? Over the years in terms of football. But we have lived to come around, and he's my friend. He's doing a wonderful program, a wonderful job here at is business, which you're gonna learn more. I'm gonna actually show this on this channel and tell you all about it and how you can get things done. But please remember to subscribe, right? You need to like, subscribe to the channel. As I said, we are hopping today. We up over into Clarendon with Mr. Ryan Johnson. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again, Mr. Johnson, for sharing your
Yeah, man, it's
story.
a pleasure sir, doing it.
Yeah, and
Really appreciate you coming in.
yes, sir. And as I always say, this is part one. We're gonna come back.
No
Until
problem.
then,
No problem.
until then, join.